Hello guys! We are back at the lake and this is Lake Pyhäjärvi, which means a holy lake. Usually I'm at the Näsi Lake, which is the other lake, but here I had to walk like 5 kilometers to reach this point, but I am not ashamed of that at all because it's a nice weather, it's a nice view, and even more so, I have a nice box to unbox for you. So let's start with this box, shall we? First up, okay, I a little bit opened it because I wanted to see what's inside there. But this was from Terror Vision. Yes, Terror Vision, the USA distributor. They used to be a sub-label for Vinegar Syndrome, but not anymore. They went there on their own and yeah, they put out some great stuff and hey, I'm a sucker for Indonesia stuff and yeah, they have been putting out quite a lot of these Barry Prima films. And yes, another Barry Prima film from their catalog, Devil's Sword. This is a film from I think from year 1984. And this is a fantasy action adventure where Barry Prima is fighting all of these kind of supernatural monsters, lizard men, crocodile man and whatnot. But it's a crazy movie. I have the very legacy Mondo Macabre DVD, but I think that DVD is like at least 15 years old at the time of recording this video. So I think this will deserve an update because after all, it's a cult classic. Not as cult as Warrior Trilogy, but nonetheless a great classic. So here we have a Blu-ray of this Devil's Sword, and like I just opened it from the plastic wrapping, so I cannot comment on the picture quality or the extras or anything like that. But the funny thing is that they a couple of days ago they issued a replacement disc. So I got a notification that replacement disc has been sent. So I have, at the time of recording this video, I have absolutely no idea what is the fault in this original disc. But I don't know. If you know, hit that in the comments and I will read it because I'm interested in that. So here we have a slipcover for Devil's Sword, and I think this is a fantastic piece of art. Cover art. This is the nice touch that the sword like continues to the front from the back. And this lady looks very interesting here and all these demon guys. So yeah. Oh yeah. Looking forward in watching this again. So we have already scheduled a movie night with my couple of friends and we are planning to watch this and also Van Damme's Time Cop. So that's kind of unlikely double feature, but I like unlikely double features. Okay, then moving on to the next film in the box. Something that I bought just to get something filling up the package. So this is a Bruce Lee film. So it's a Bruce Lee exploitation film, Enter the Panther. Yeah, I have absolutely no idea about this film, but it's a Bruce Lee film, so it's gotta be great. So I just wish that this is not like a film that is set in the 1800s, because I much more like to see Bruce Lee or Bruce Lee or Bruce Lee, whatever. I would much more like to see them in modern days, in modern day Hong Kong, kicking ass. It says here, Enter the Panther delivers the hits and kicks of kung fu action at its most violent. Terror Vision is proud to present the lost to time Bruceploitation oddity in HD for the first time ever. Enter the Panther is one of the rarest films from his martial arts subgenre. Terror Vision is honored to work with Severin Films in order to locate and acquire what we believe is one of the last remaining prints of this film in existence. So when Severin Films, they didn't put out the Bruce Lee Ploitation box part 2, so I have to settle for this Enter the Panther film. So I'm honestly looking forward in watching this. And hey, we have a booklet inside. God damn, I was not expecting this. Collection of essays. Okay, so here we have a bunch of essays and bunch of photographs from the movie. Has anybody seen Enter the Panther? So I think, like they say, it's gotta be a quite rare film, but yeah, At least I'm excited. Are you excited? I am. Bruce Lee in Enter the Panther. And then, finally, we have something called Revenge of the Radioactive Reporter. Okay. I'm not sure, but I think I have seen this. So those maniacs at the Terror Vision, they put out this very obscure film, even on 4K Ultra HD, and it looks like this. I bet they have put on some great presentation in 4K from this film. So let's see. We have a Blu-ray. Oh no, don't go there. Blu-ray, Mr. Blu-ray. So we have 4K and Blu-ray here. And the cover is quite nice. Looks interesting. Terror Vision is oozing with joy to bring this radiation flick to disc for the first time in the world with a 4K transfer supervised by the director. Yeah, all right. And then we have some bunch of random stickers and I don't know. I think I previously also got this fortune teller fish. Okay. I don't know what to think about that, but hey, here's a receipt. A receipt and for Devil's Sword I paid $24.99, and for Revenge of the Radioactive Reporter I paid $32.99, and Enter the Panther same price as Warrior, $24.99. All right, that was the first box in this unboxing set. So moving on to the next one, please. Okay, so this is a little bit smaller box, only one film here, but this is something that I have been looking forward for a long time, because this is enemy territory. And check this out, I even got here a Finnish tape of enemy territory called Paholaisjengi, and believe you me when I say that this thing is cut like 8 minutes and 22 seconds. Yes, you heard me correctly. 8 freaking minutes and 22 seconds. So I have absolutely no idea what is missing here. I have never seen the film, and I'm not gonna be watching like a release that is cut like 8 minutes and 22 seconds. But now we get Arrow video treatment on Blu-ray, no 4K. Okay, and hey, I'll be doing like this censorship report, at least in the Finnish channel, to watch this and compare it with the VHS and see actually what is missing from this enemy territory. Yeah, nice looking slipcover, and Blu-ray looks like this as well. Yeah, like this. And oh my god, we have even a very short booklet here, looking like this, and then essays, and then a mini poster from enemy territory. Okay, have to be careful that the wind doesn't take this with it. It looks like this, but the film, oh my god, the film is about some sort of street gang occupying this kind of like a apartment house, and then hey, there's wild style. So they're bringing out wild style. Yeah, it's a breakdance movie. I think I have it somewhere. Yeah, but the film is about these street gangs controlling this house and people trying to survive in that house. So yeah, could be good, could be very good. And I think that was like 19 pounds or 20 pounds or something. Not a bad price. And yeah, a film that is so roughly cut on Finnish VHS, I'm always looking forward in watching very much. Okay, moving to the Wow HD box. Yes, this came from Wow HD. Okay, I'm a sucker for these guys. Monster from the Ocean Floor, and oh, this is the only film here, or is the bonus film? Usually these things from Film Masters, they come with 2 movies, but I think this only has 1 movie. Roger Corman's science fiction monster movie, Monster from the Ocean Floor. Okay, Terror Strikes from the Beneath the Sea. All right, you best believe it, Belle. You best believe that. Yeah, let's open the exposure. So now. Okay, I adjusted the exposure, so I'm not so in the dark, man. I'm in the dark. I'm not in the dark anymore. But from this I paid $25.17. Yeah. And then, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Criterion Collection presents Stanley Kubrick's masterpiece Barry Lyndon. Yeah, this might be the most loved of his work, but I think this is a very unique film. And this is a long film. This is 185 minutes, and it's about this guy who goes on a Victorian era Europe to have some adventures. And it's a beautifully shot film. It was shot with these kind of satellite cameras, satellite lenses. So in order to make the picture look like flat, I think it looks very unique. And I don't think there's like any other film like Barry Lyndon or any other film that looks like Barry Lyndon. Stanley Kubrick, he was definitely a master of his craft. And let's see how this Criterion Collection look. So it's an original artwork like this, and inside we have, oh my god, 4K disc and couple of Blu-rays. So extra Blu-ray disc for the extras. So this has got to be packed with extras, man. So we have a booklet and nice set of extras of this film. I'm very much looking forward in watching this, but because I'm sure that this will look like absolute diamond on 4K Ultra HD and Dolby Vision and whatnot. Okay, then moving on forward with another Film Masters release, Creature with Blue Hand and Web of the Spider. So this is a Klaus Kinski film, this Creature with Blue Hand, and I think this is a European film, and I have seen it because I have the Finnish VHS called Sininen Käsi, which is kind of rare film, but it's been so long since I have watched that film, so I cannot comment on the film itself. But yeah, another Film Masters edition. And by the way, for Barry Lyndon I paid $37.20, and for this I paid $22.19. So not a bad price. And a couple of more. Hey, okay, I don't know, I'm a stupid guy, but this was another release that I accidentally ordered, this Film Masters release. But there was another release, a budget release, containing both of these films, Night of the Blood Beast and Attack of the Giant Leeches. I have watched them both and not terribly great films, but it didn't have any special features, and it was another Film Master release, and I bet that these looks have been much more better mastered than those in that other Blu-ray. I don't remember which was the label that put that out, but it was a budget Blu-ray and I accidentally ordered that. But now I have the actual genuine thing from Film Masters, and yeah. And then another blaxploitation film, and this is actually from Kino Cult, from Kino Lorber, and this is a Kino Cult number 32. Okay, Sugar Hill. It's a voodoo blaxploitation film. I have seen these two because I have the Finnish VHS. Believe you me, they released that even back in Finland, and I think it was quite entertaining. There's not too much of these blaxploitation horror films. When I think of those, I think of like Blackula or Blackenstein. But sure enough, they made one voodoo-themed blaxploitation horror film as well. So let's see. I don't think there's not much to see in this Kino Cult release except for the slipcover, which is very nice looking, and the Blu-ray here. Have you seen, by the way, this Sugar Hill film? And tell me, what did you think of it? So finally, I think this was the one you was waiting for, and this came from Australia, down under, mate. And this is my first order from Umbrella Entertainment. I had to get this because I know for a fact that this will be released someday by another US label or Arrow Video in UK, but I had to go try out what it feels like to be ordering from Umbrella Entertainment, because these films kick ass. And oh yeah, this is very well packaged. Now it's hard to imagine that it could be anywhere in shape or form dented when the package is this good. So the first is a Mega Satan of a great exploitation classic, and Wake in Fright. So this film is about this guy, a teacher fellow, who gets stuck in some sort of like a very small Australian village because he missed his train, and now he has to spend like, I don't remember, was it like whole summer in that village, and this leads into fighting with kangaroos and drinking heavily, and a very interesting film and touching film, and I remember that it was very good. So it is packaged like this, very like hot looking. It means that this hot Australian weather. Okay, let's take this hotness away from here and see. All right, it's an absolute Mega Satan, this one, that's for sure. Okay, let's try to show you what is here. Okay, first up, usual collection of these kind of lobby guards, pictures from the movie. We have a book, Wake in Fright, Kenneth Cook. May you dream of the devil and wake in fright. Yeah, okay, so this is a novelization. What's this? Wake in Fright was first published in 1961. So this is an actual book called Wake in Fright. Or except from that book. I'm not familiar at all with this, but this should make a very interesting reading. And then another booklet. Welcome to the Outback. These are really very huge boxes. Let me tell you, they're not cheap. I will say that. Was this like, I don't know, in euros, maybe it was 70 or 80 euros, so it's a hefty price. And here we have a screenplay from the film called Outback. And by the way, this was directed by Ted Kotcheff, the man who went on directing the First Blood with Stallone. He has been making some other movies as well, but I bet that First Blood is the most famous film from his. So, like I said, there's a screenplay here, and then there's like some sort of like a, I don't know, essays or marketing materials of this. So, okay, you will certainly get your money's worth, although they are expensive, but I don't think if you're a fan of this film, you will appreciate all the extra mileage they went for creating this great looking box set. I have actually seen this previously. I think I have the Draft House Films Blu-ray here. But this, my friends, this is a 4K Ultra HD, including the Blu-ray as well. So let's see the slipcover. Very nice looking slipcover here. And you can get a traditional edition if you don't mind all these extra things around the film. But this is what the film actually looks like inside here. Okay, so hey, we have a coaster, a pint coaster. That's a great addition. Okay, so 4K disc and then Blu-ray here. And hey, we even got a poster. So let me show you the poster from this set, because I think this has a great artwork. Was there also Donald Pleasence in this? I seem to be remembering that there's an appearance by Donald Pleasence. Yes, there is Donald Pleasence. So the poster looks like this. Oh, what a Mega Satan. Hell yeah. This is an absolute masterpiece in packaging of one single movie, and it's a surefire Mega Satan, that's for dang sure. So thank you to Umbrella for bringing out this great looking release, and needless to say, I'm looking forward in watching this movie again. And sure, one more for the road, and equally impressive set. Oh, salute of the Jugger, my man. Salute of the Jugger. And this is a Rutger Hauer science fiction action movie from year, was it 1989 or 1990? 89. Kings Road production. And this is also Australian movie, supposedly set in the same timeline than Blade Runner. It was directed by David Peoples, the same guy who wrote Blade Runner. So it's an interesting movie. I have seen this previously as Blood of the Heroes cut. So I think this is the original cut, this Blood of the Heroes. And that was on VHS in Finland too. And I have that VHS and I have seen that many times. And now, of course, so get the fucking 4K Ultra HD. This is a 4K Ultra HD presentation. I don't even know that was this Salute of the Jugger even released on Blu-ray. I think there's some sort of like a crappy quality DVD with the, like a full screen picture or something crazy like that. But I think this is the this gotta be the definitive version of this film. Salute of the Jugger, behind the scenes experiences and art. So a bunch of essays and screenplay excerpts at least, and then some experiences in the making of the film. 30 plus years on, The Salute of the Jugger is still sci-fi's best sports movie. Hey, yeah, I could agree on that. So it's a sci-fi sport movie. It's Rutger Hauer plays this Jugger in this movie, who is like a player in this. What was the name of the game? I don't remember what was the name of the game, but they are playing this kind of brutal sports in this film. Very interesting and could be one of the better movies of Rutger Hauer's. That's for sure. Yeah. So this is a very thick booklet, and if that would be enough, wouldn't be enough, there's The Game, definite play guide for the Juggers. Okay, it's just called The Game. So, okay, here we have a rules how to play the game if you wanna play it with your friends. What do you say? Let's take a few beers and go play Salute of the Jugger game. Now that would be an awesome way to die. Because it's a brutal game. Okay, the rules for the game. And then, hey, Salute of the Jugger, we have the slipcover looking like this. I like this, kind of like a comic book style. I think it suits very well for the movie. And then, finally, the Blu-ray. 4K and the Blu-ray. Salute of the Jugger. I wonder why doesn't it say like Blood of the Heroes, because I think that was the original title of the movie. But yeah, 4K disc, and then the Blu-ray looks like this. And like in the Wake in Fright, we have a poster inside. So finally I will show you this, and tell me in the comments what did you think of my haul this time, and did you get this Salute of the Jugger or any other films from my unboxing. And feel free to go to Videospace. I have put the links to check out more information about these movies, and also feel free to comment and like the video, and remember to subscribe because I'm doing more of these unboxings and other things too. So see you in the next video. Thanks for watching and bye for now.